When did you realize strict parents create the best liars? For me, it was the day I graduated high school and found out my daughter had been living a completely different life for 3 years. My wife Janet and I raised our daughter Maya the right way. No social media, no sleepovers, no parties. Church every Sunday. Grades better than A- meant consequences. I'm ex-military, so structure was everything in our house. Janet runs the youth group at our church, so we knew how to keep kids on the right path. Maya never complained. She'd smile and say, "Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am." Perfect kid. When other parents talked about teenage rebellion, we'd just look at each other like we figured out the secret. Maya was different. She understood discipline builds character. Junior year, she joined this SAT prep club that met after school 3 days a week. Smart move since she needed perfect scores for the colleges we picked out for her. Yale, Harvard, Princeton. She'd come home at 6:30 with her study materials and we'd quiz her over dinner. Maya also volunteered at church every weekend doing community service. Janet was so proud. She'd brag to the other mothers about how Maya logged more volunteer hours than any kid in youth group. Future leader material. The acceptance letters started coming in spring. Yale said yes. Harvard waitlisted her, but that was fine. We threw this huge party for Maya getting into an Ivy League school, invited the whole congregation. Everyone kept saying how lucky we were to have such a well-behaved daughter. But graduation day, Maya seemed off. Quiet during breakfast. Kept checking her phone, which was weird since we monitored her usage pretty carefully. I asked if she was nervous about starting at Yale in the fall, and she just nodded. After the ceremony, we came home to find this note taped to our front door. My hands were shaking when I read it out loud to Janet. It said, "Mom and Dad, I'm not going to Yale. I'm going somewhere I can finally be who I actually am. Don't try to find me." We called her phone immediately, disconnected. Tried her friends from church. They said they barely knew her. Janet started crying, saying we needed to call the police. But something felt wrong about the whole thing. That's when I decided to check her room properly. I'd done inspections before, but this time I really looked. Under her mattress, I found this whole folder of papers. College applications to schools we'd never heard of. Art schools. Animation programs. All accepted. All with scholarship offers. The worst part was finding her real community service records. She'd been volunteering at an animal shelter for 2 years. Not church. The animal shelter. Had letters of recommendation from the staff talking about her passion for helping abandoned dogs. They called her one of their most dedicated volunteers. Janet found her sketchbooks hidden in the closet. Hundreds of drawings, comic book characters, storyboards, detailed artwork that must have taken years to create, professional level stuff. We had no idea she could even draw. The SAT prep club? I called the school. No such club existed. Maya had been taking art classes at the community college every day after school, paying for them herself with money from a part-time job we didn't know about. 3 days later, we got a text from an unknown number. "It's Maya. I'm safe. I got into Cal Arts with a full scholarship. I'll be studying animation. This is what I want to do with my life. Please don't contact me until you're ready to accept who I am." Janet wanted to drive to California immediately, but I stopped her. We'd lost our daughter and it was our fault. She'd been lying to us for 3 years straight, and we never caught on because we thought control meant good parenting. 5 years later, Maya published her first graphic novel. It's about a girl who lives 2 completely different lives. One to survive her family, one that's actually real. Janet bought a copy but won't admit she read it cover to cover twice. Maya changed her number again last year. We still don't know how to reach her.